Yes.
That's pretty.
So what makes an Underground Railroad? The blocks, certain blocks?
Yeah.
The blocks, the material.
Well, I see a log cabin there.
Yeah, the log cabin.
And then you got, and the material I can see,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's.
I bet this is a North
somebody's
Star.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Mhm.
And the bear paw and the,
Yeah.
and that block of, that upper left looks like the block of coal that they made in our quilt.
Are
not
we
long
upside
ago.
down?
But that wouldn't have anything to do with Underground Railroad.
There is a quilt book out called the Underground Railroad, and I think it's either the Pink Bobbin. They did a class where they went and they made their own quilt
Mm-hmm.
each month or whatever they made the block. And in their book it told about the squares and what.
Uh-huh.
The different blocks and what they mean.
What they mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
All right. So we'll look forward to hearing the video, watching
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
What she said to
Yeah.
explain each block.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so down there. Anyway.
Good afternoon. I wanted to thank you all for coming back into my home. As you know, I spoke with Emily a few months ago about my desire to do an Underground Railroad quilt. I just found it so fascinating, and the meaning behind it, I was just inspired to do a quilt. So the quilt is finished, and I want to explain to you the meaning behind the blocks and how I constructed the quilt. Before I started on this quilt, some of the designs of the blocks I had to draw out and color because some of them I hadn't made before. Actually, a lot of them I hadn't made before. So the majority of them I did. I'll show you what the block is and what it means. First of all, the wagon wheel. That meant for the people to get packed and ready to go and go ahead and get started on the trip. The next one is a log cabin design, and I made mine with a black center. I found interesting that there's meanings to these centers. If the center was red, then there was a warm, hot fire inside that home that you could go to and get warm. If the centers were black, this was a safe house where you could actually come and stay if you needed to be. And if the center was yellow, then look for a light or a lantern. So I thought that was just fascinating, depending upon what color that center block was. We did the crossroads, and what that means is you're coming upon a crossroad. They had these a lot in Cleveland for people to know they were there, to board the boats to go up into Canada. This one is a bow tie. This meant that if you see this block, that there are people ahead that are searching for the slaves and the families. So they want you to dress in non-slave apparel. Dress up a little bit to where you did not look like you were a runaway slave. I found that very interesting as well. We did the star, which depicts the northern star. When they saw this block, that just meant to follow the northern star and go north. This one is the bear claw, and what that means is to follow the trails of the wildlife, the bear, the deer, things like that, because there's people out looking, there's dogs, they have dogs looking, but if you follow these paths that these animals have made, you'll be safer. The three that I did not draw the patterns out was the basket, and what that basket meant was to come there because they had a basket of food and supplies for you. The other one was Jacob's ladder, and Jacob's ladder was just whichever way that pattern and the steps went, that was just the direction that you were supposed to go in. The last that I didn't draw out was a sailboat, and that sailboat meant you are here, there's a boat going to be here to take you where you need to be.
All right. Ready for the unveiling.
So what we'll do
away.
is show the back first. And you guys, if you want to get up and look at it close up or whatever, you can do that. And you can, state your opinion. What stands out to you about the back?
Okay.
Because when Sheridan and I were talking about how to do the back, it was about 2 or 3 weeks later, she called me and she said, "Now, what did we say we were going to do?" And so we were trying to go back through it over the phone. And it still turned out different from what we said, but it looks good. So.
Stay right there.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
pretty.
Yes.
Go up and look at it.
Now, where'd that material come from?
Let's go.
This panel, this fabric was something Mama had in her sewing room in one of her totes.
Oh.
And I just happened to take it out. I said, I'm gonna use this for something. I don't know what, but I'll use it for something.
It's a real old pattern.
It's old,
It's
like she
called-
said,
Do you remember the name that Sandy told us the name of it?
I don't remember.
It's like Toille. It's French, like toile.
Yeah, something like that. And it, it has people in here farming, it has people walking ducks, kids just out playing, and, they're rolling hay and all kinds of stuff on there.
She's got your pretzel leaves here too, doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
What absolutely goes with our
Appalachia. Yeah.
She's got the vines up here, kudzu vines.
Kudzu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
see the
kudzu vines. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the church.
Yeah, there's
window?
church in there, yeah.
Now, what was that up there
Beautiful.
again?
So you can see, you can
Kudzu
see
vine.
kudzu vines going along the way here. And you can see the stitching from the front. Everything that's on the front where you can see it. So she noticed the window, stained glass window. Wait till you see it.
Beautiful. That's absolutely.
Yeah.
It was meant for you all to forget the conversation.
And the way the fabric
Nothing's a
looked, it's like
coincidence. This
Yeah.
is the way it
From
should
way
be.
back.
As you want. That right there is the way it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's have it for the back.
Good job. Oh my God. No.
that is beautiful.
No.
That is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Does it
You
blow
guys
your
can come
mind?
look at it.
oh
You, can come,
stunning.
you guys can come look at it.
Oh, God.
See how she quilted around all the, like your schoolhouse, Becky? She went
Well,
around the schoolhouse.
Yes, I see
Yeah.
my schoolhouse
And the
here
window.
and the window pane.
Uh-huh.
And look at this. Oh, what'd you do here? It's like it's out.
It's got the puff look,
Yes.
like a puffer jacket,
Yes.
like Jane's jacket. It's got the puff look.
Yeah.
Like
So,
a three,
Yes.
like 3 dimensions.
Yes.
yeah.
It's absolutely mind blowing.
I'm telling you.
You know, when you talk about it and it's your vision. So you try to make it my vision.
Mhm.
And I thought all these little bitty places, how she
And
going
look
to
at your
do that?
basket.
It's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And your basket.
Oh yeah, that basket.
That
Did you see how
basket is
cool that looked,
beautiful.
Phyllis?
Yeah.
I love it.
And then the
The
basket.
log cabin, everything.
And then the log cabin that you did,
Hey,
and
I
then
can't
the
see it.
backing
I'll
of it.
flip over.
I know. That's
So you guys, just
Katie's
for
got
Paul,
coal mine.
just for Paul's benefit, one by one, y'all come up and tell what stands out to you.
I told
Or tell
you.
me.
The mountains.
Yeah, you're the Come and take claim of your block.
Yes.
Yes.
You should be proud of it.
I am. The mountains, they're beautiful. I love that.
absolutely.
You did some more sketching to make the sun just look like it's beaming.
Yeah.
I like that. And then I did the mountain because when we lived on Oakhurst, that mountain's right in front of the house. So we used to climb that mountain about almost every other day going up to La Citadel. So the mountains, I love the mountains. Yes.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful. Well, she's talking about her mountain. Let me see if I can find my schoolhouse. The one room, the reason I chose that one room schoolhouse, because it's still on top of Town Mountain, where I have beautiful scenery. There still is that building, that one room schoolhouse. And I love the way that she put the windows in there. And then the door, everything, and the trees.
Like the lights on.
Yes, look like the lights on in the schoolhouse. And the schoolhouse on Town Mountain was from grades 1st through the 8th grade. I thought it went through the 12th, but it was 1st through the 8th grade. And I was trying to talk to different ones that's still living to see out of my relatives who was the last one that attended. But everybody got confused on it. So, but to me, this whole, it's hard to say what stands out. I think I'm going with this that stands out to
What
me.
is it?
The one that what do you call that?
The farm
The
scene.
farm scene
Yeah.
with the because on Lick Branch, where my grandparents, Big Mom and Grandpa Luntz lived, there was cows, there were horses, and that's what we seen, and we played and worked, not knowing that we were playing, not knowing we was really working. It was so much fun over there. But I love the whole thing.
All right.
You want to go, Miss Peggy? Or you want to tell us from there?
No, it's beautiful. I love it. Love all of it. It's pretty.
Which one was yours, Miss Katie?
The coal miner.
The coal miner, yes.
Yes.
Coal miner.
Rare up there.
Go point your basket out.
You want me to point?
Gently.
You want me to-
You did a fantastic job on
I'm
the
gonna roll
basket.
you up there.
You did a good job on the basket.
Yes, he did. That was really good.
It's beautiful.
This is the block that I made because I like crafts. I like the baskets they make here, and she got this basket where it puffs out. It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
All of it is really. I like how it puffs out.
Gives it dimension.
Yeah, it is really nice.
And the way that each place is, that you place them on the quilt,
Yeah.
it just equals out. I don't know. I can't even describe it. It's just the colors. Yeah, like you got, you don't have it botched in there. It's just separate, and you just look at it. And it's
And because it's placed like that, it's like it's going around and telling a story.
Yes.
It's telling the story of Appalachia. It's shouting Appalachia
yes.
is what it's doing. I like every bit of it. And I really like these panels representing the trees and the forest and goes along with the mountains. Those are my favorite things about Appalachia is the trees and the mountains. I really like the dulcimer, block, the music. It's just so much. I like the centerpiece, showing the entire Appalachian region, the different animals. There's so many stories that can be told from this quilt about Appalachia.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Now, Charlotte.
Yeah.
This is my block, the log cabin. I really like how more poofy it looks after it's been quilted. The whole quilt is beautiful. Most of the time people think of Appalachia and we get a negative thing. But this quilt shows
Beauty.
our beauty, our love for our area, with the mountains, with the coal miners, some of our heritage and things, the railroad that came through here. All of it. This is very beautiful.
It represents the diversity
Yes.
of our area.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say it's got the whole world in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yep. So everybody did a great job. Give yourself a hand.